Open the 108 verses, important verses of Bhagavad Gita. So first and second chapter important verses we'll try to recite. We'll try to recite together. In the beginning it will be a little difficult. The last pages of the new, yes. कृत्राश्रुवाच धर्मक्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे समवेतायुयुत्सवः मामका पाण्डवाश्चैव किमकुर्वत सञ्जय कार्पण्यदोषोपहतः स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेता यश्रेयस्याद् निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधि मां त्वां प्रपन्नम् श्रीभगवानुवाच अशोचानन्वशोचस्त्वं प्रज्ञावादांश्च भाषसे गतासु न गतासुंश्च नानुशोचन्ति पण्डिताः न त्वेवाहं जातु नासं न त्वं नेमे जनाधिपः न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयमतः परं देहिनोऽस्मिन् यथा देहे कौमारं यौवनं जरा तथा देहान्तरप्राप्ते धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यति मात्रा स्पर्शस्तु कौन्तेय शीतोष्ण सुखदुःखदा आगमापायिनो नित्यः तांसि तीक्षस्व भारत न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे वासांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि नैनं छिन्दन्ति शस्त्राणि नैनं दहति पावकः न चैव न क्लेदयन्त्यापो न शोषयति मारुतः जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्युः ध्रुवं जन्म मृतस्य च तस्मादपरिहार्येऽर्थे न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि देहि नित्यम् अवध्योऽयं देहे सर्वस्य भारत तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि नेहाभिक्रमनाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पमप्यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात् व्यवसायात्मका बुद्धिः एकेह कुरु नन्दन बहुशाखायनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनां भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां तया प्रहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते त्रैगुण्यविषया वेदा निस्त्रैगुण्यो भवार्जुन निर्द्वन्द्वो नित्यसत्त्वस्थो निर्योगक्षेम आत्मवान् यावानर्थ उदपाने सर्वतः सम्प्लुतोदके तावान् सर्वेषु वेदेषु ब्राह्मणस्य विजानतः विषया विनिवर्तन्ते निराहारस्य देहिनः रसोऽप्यस्यं रसोऽप्यस्य परं दृष्ट्वा निवर्तते ध्यायतो विषयां पुंसः सङ्गस्तेषुपजायते सङ्गात् सञ्जायते कामः कामात् क्रोधोऽभिजायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिर्भ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति रागद्वेषविमुक्तैस्तु विषयानिन्द्रियैश्चरन् आत्मवश्यैर्विधेयात्मा प्रसादम् अधिगच्छति या निशा सर्वभूतानां तस्यां जागृति संयमी यस्यां Yashyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato mune. So we are in the second chapter, 7th verse, the most important verse which Arjuna speaks when he is completely confused what to do, whether to fight or whether to give up fight, whether to be conquered or whether to conquer them. So in this way Arjuna is expressing his confusion. In the 6th verse of 2nd chapter we can find the confusion expressed by Arjuna. I don't know, Krishna, what to do, whether to fight, whether to give up the fight, whether to conquer them, whether to be conquered by them. And if at all I conquer them, better I don't leave. I don't have any desire to leave. So in this confusion, he has taken shelter of Krishna. It is said confusions in our life happens, but that is not wanted by anybody, but it happens. It happens without any notice. Confusions happen very suddenly. In that confusions, one should take shelter of the spiritual master. So here Arjuna takes shelter of Krishna. Karpanya dosho pahatas svabhavah pruchhamitvam dharma sammodateta yashreyasya nishchitam bruhi kanme shishyasteham shadimam tvam prapannam. So confusions are compared to a forest fire. So forest fire, there is no cause for the forest fire. Even if you try to research out how the fire was there in the forest, it is very difficult to find out. So forest fire happens without anybody's wanting. It happens immediately. And this forest fire can also be extinguished only by the showers of rain. That is why in the morning Mangalarti we sing Sansara Dava Narayani Loka Tranaya Karunya Ghana Ghanatvam Praptasya Kalyana Gunarnavasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvandam. Sansar is like Davanal Agni. Davanal means forest fire. So Sansar is like the forest fire. Miseries in the life happen without our wanting, without any prior notice. It happens. So now who can destroy this all fire? It is only by the mercy of the spiritual master. The fire can be completely extinguished only by the showers of rain. So mercy of the spiritual master is compared to the shower of rains. So spiritual master, he should come from Guru Shishya Parampara. It is not that whoever I see, that person can be my guru. There are so many gurus in the market. So how to select a guru now? So not that whoever I like, that person can be my guru. It is said spiritual master should be in the parampara. He should come in the parampara, Guru Shishya Parampara. And this Guru Shishya Parampara should come in any one of the sampradayas. Sampradaya. Sam means about the absolute truth. Pra means prakrishta rupena. Daya means to give. The place where I get the complete knowledge about the absolute truth, that place is known as sampradaya. Technically, as we saw, we have 4 sampradayas and Guru should come in any of the 4 sampradayas. And the qualification of the Guru is he should be a devotee of Krishna. Whatever he preaches, he should also practice. He must have control in the 6 urges. He must have control in his mind and senses. He should be heavy in knowledge. And in this way, there are qualifications of Guru. So here Arjuna has taken shelter of Krishna. Karpanya dosho pahata svabhava. My nature has been afflicted by a disease known as kripanataha. As last time we discussed, kripanataha means miserliness. So miser person is one who has the wealth but he has no tendency to spend it or to use it. In the same way, in this human life, we have got a wonderful dhana, a wonderful wealth of knowledge. We have got the intelligence to acquire the knowledge. But if this human life is just wasted, in eating, mating, sleeping, defending, like a cat and a dog, I and mine propensity, and in ignorance. Ignorance means aham mamaiti ajnanam, I and mine. So if the life is just wasted in this way, then what happens? That person is known as a miser. So human life is there for self-realization. A person who uses the human life for understanding himself, his relationship to Lord and working at that capacity, that person is known as Brahmana. So in the purport, Prabhupada writes, who is a Kripana? Who has overly affection for his family members. And Prabhupada calls it as a skin disease. One who is often attached to family member, namely wife, children, other members on the basis of skin disease. and thinks that I am going to protect all the people. So he thinks that he is able to protect his family members. In fact, he himself is in danger. When a person himself is drowning, how is he going to protect another person who is drowning? How is he going to save him? So one who is drowning cannot save another person who is drowning. So already in this material world, all are drowning in this birth and death cycle. So who is that one who is going to protect us from this drowning circumstances? It is Krishna and his representatives who are technically known as spiritual masters. So Guru Shishya Parampara. This Parampara is going to uplift us from this drowning stage. And now Karpanya Dosho, in this way, now Arjuna is admitting that my nature is completely afflicted by a skin disease. Because Arjuna is also thinking, oh, they are all my family members, I should not fight with them. He is trying to protect them. He thinks that if he is not going to fight, their life will be spared. Oh, he is forgetting his duty. Because he is having the attachment for his family, he is thinking, if I am not going to, if I don't fight, then they will be saved. But everybody has to pass through these four conditions: birth, old age, death and disease. Though Arjuna may not fight, but that is not going to spare the bodies of anybody. So in this way, the attachment for the family members, that is the skin disease which he has now got. And now he is forgetting his duty as a Kshatriya. Kshatrayate Kshatriya, one who is expected to protect others from harm. That person is Kshatriya. So Krishna wants Arjuna to fight, and Arjuna is not understanding this. Now that is why Arjuna says, I am completely confused. Pruchhamitvam dharma sammuda cheta. I am inquiring unto you because I am completely confused in the matters of duties, what to do, what not to do. So, Krishna, please guide me. Bruhitan me, please tell me. Yashreyasyat nishchitam. Nishchitam means please tell me definitely what is good for me. So, last time we saw in the Vedic terms, we have two words, that is Shreyas and Preyas. Shreyas means what is good for me. Preyas means what I feel good. I may feel good in many things. Like Arjuna expresses what he feels good in the previous chapter. We saw how Arjuna in the first chapter, we saw how Arjuna is saying, no, I cannot fight with all these people, they are my people. The family will be destroyed, sins will be incurred, with whom am I going to enjoy? And all these things he is expressing his views. Whenever a person expresses his likings, that is known as prayers. His likings may be according to the Vedic scriptures. It may not be according to the Vedic scriptures, but anyhow, prayers has no significance. What I like has no significance before what is good for me. What is good for me, that is given in the Vedic scriptures. So Vedic scripture says what is good for all of us. Now here Arjuna is asking, Shreyas, please tell me definitely what is good for me. Shishyaste ham shadimam tvam prapannam is inquiring what is good for me, and in this way he takes shelter of Krishna. Prapannam means he is taking shelter of Krishna, and in this way is approaching Krishna, taking shelter of Krishna, surrendering to Krishna, and he wants to serve Krishna, that is Shishyasteham. So this verse is for process of surrenderance. Whenever there is a verse for process of surrenderance, three things should be there. Adav Guru Padashreya, taking shelter of Krishna. Sadharma Pruchha, inquiring unto the absolute truth. And Guru Marganugamanam, that is following the spiritual master and serving him. So here Prapannam means taking shelter of the spiritual master, and then serving him, that is Shishyasteham. Shishya means one who knows to serve, and then inquiring what is good for me. Whenever a verse has all these three factors, then that verse is for process of surrenderance. Like last time we saw 4th chapter 34th verse is also for process of surrenderance. 13th chapter 8 to 12 is also process of surrenderance. So here this verse is Adav Guru Padashre, that comes in Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, where these three things should be there. First, approach the spiritual master. Approaching should be in a very complete humility, with complete humility and renunciation. These are the two main qualifications to approach a spiritual master. We cannot approach spiritual master with a air of pride. And we cannot have inquiries in a challenging spirit. There are two types of inquiry. One is in a submissive spirit and one is in a challenging spirit. You cannot have in a challenging spirit, let me see whether this guru knows or not. That is not the way. First, even to inquire also, one should have qualifications. The only qualification to inquire is service. The humble service given to the spiritual master makes the student qualified to inquire unto the absolute truth. Absolute truth, what is the meaning of absolute truth? God and my relationship to Lord, my identification with Lord. Even to understand this, it requires complete humility. Tasyaite katitayartam prakashante mahatmanah. If you treat the spiritual master as good as God, yatha deve para bhaktir tatha deve tatha guru, tasyaite katitayartam prakashante mahatmanah. If the guru is treated as good as Lord, the way you respect Lord, the same respect you give to the guru, then Lord himself gives this knowledge within the heart. So this knowledge is completely transcendental knowledge. It is not that I can buy a book of Bhagavad Gita, sit at home and study and get the knowledge. This knowledge is attained by our humble service to the Guru Shishya Parampara. The more we are humble, the more we are renounced, then this knowledge is attained. It is not a bookish knowledge. Oh, let me by heart all the verses and then let me present the verses. It doesn't work with that. It requires the mercy of the spiritual master. It requires the mercy of Guru Shishya Parampara. Then automatically Krishna's mercy flows. Krishna's mercy flows by seeing one's humble attitude and one's eagerness to serve the spiritual master. It is said one should approach the spiritual master in the spirit like holding a firewood in the hand. There is a verse which you can note it down also. Tad Vijnanartham. All the time Prabhupada expresses this verse. He always quotes this verse. Tad Vijnanartham sa gurumeva bigachet samitpani shrotriyam brahmanishtam. Tad Vijnanartham sa gurumeva bigachet. Tad Vijnanartham, to understand the knowledge of the absolute truth. Tat means Lord. Vijnanartham, to understand the knowledge. Vijnana here refers to Vishesha Rupena Jnana. How to apply this knowledge in our day-to-day life. Bhagavad Gita is just not a bookish knowledge. We have to apply it in our day-to-day life. Tad Vijnanartham Sagurum. To understand this knowledge, you have to approach the spiritual master Sagurum Eva Abhigachet Samitpani Shotriyam Brahmanishtam. How we have to approach the spiritual master as if there is a fire in the hand. If you are holding a firewood in the hand, naturally it is burning, hand is burning. So you will run towards the water, isn't it? So that you can throw this firewood. With that attitude of service, having the firewood in the hand and the eagerness to cool it down. Why the service is done? Because we are suffering in this material world. This firewood is actually representing the misery of this material world. So we are suffering in this material world. To remove this service, to remove this suffering, we have to attain the service of the spiritual master. With that eagerness, having the firewood in the hand, one is running in the same way. With the attitude of service, one should approach the spiritual master. The eagerness to serve the spiritual master. Whatever the spiritual master says, that should be the last word for the disciple. He should not think twice about it. Yes, whatever he has said, just accept it. If that is understood, then it is very easy to attain this knowledge. Or Bhagavad Gita is actually open. Everybody can open the book, read, but one cannot understand how to apply it in our practical life. So here, Shishyasteham has a lot of significance. Shishya means a disciple. It is just not, oh, I got initiated, then I became a disciple. No, I have to serve my spiritual master in that capacity. I should fulfill his desire. What is the desire of a spiritual master? To propagate Krishna consciousness. That is the mission of the spiritual master. So it is the duty of the disciple to help the spiritual master in his mission and to listen to each and every word of the spiritual master. So humility and renunciation are the qualifications. Pridelessness, humility, renunciation, tolerance, control over mind and senses, these are the qualifications to approach the spiritual master. So there is a nice story of Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami. Sanatana Goswami, how he approached Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela speaks about Sanatana Goswami's meeting with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, the two brothers, but actually they are the Manjaris of the eternal world. The Manjaris are the friends of the, or they serve the Sakhis of the Gopis, the Sakhis of Radharani. Sakhis means the friends. Very close friends of Radharani are known as Sakhis. And Manjaris, they assist the Sakhis of Radharani. So in this way, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, in the eternal world, they are Manjaris. Now, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself in the mood of Radharani, appears just some 520 years before at Mayapur Dham, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in the mood of Radharani, though Krishna has spoken Bhagavad Gita, he has given all the instructions. Now Krishna wants to show by his practical behavior or he wants to show it how to put Bhagavad Gita in practice. He wants to show the practical application of Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna appears in the mood of Srimati Radharani. Who is Srimati Radharani? She is the only devotee of Krishna. Technically, if there is a devotee of Krishna, there is only Srimati Radharani. We are all such there outside. There is only a Muslim person. Chaitanya told, he is not a Muslim person, call him inside. So when Sanatana Goswami comes inside, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so happy. He hugs him. He personally cleanses his body with his hands and says, the perfection of my eyes to see your darshan. Wherever you go, now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is glorifying whom? Sanatana Goswami. He says, wherever you go, you are a tirtha. That place becomes tirtha. Tirthi kurvanti tirthani. So in this way, you are carrying Lord along with you. So the perfection of my hands is to touch you. In this way, he is cleaning the body of Sanatana Goswami. Now here, Sanatana Goswami, the next day comes to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has infused it is like Shakti Sanchara. Shakti Sanchara means infusing the energy to inquire. Like Rupa Goswami was given the power to listen. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was speaking and he was hearing with great perfection. The same way Ramananda Rai, he is also associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Ramananda Rai got the power to reply. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was questioning, Ramananda Rai was very carefully and correctly answering also. And the inquiring energy or inquiring potency was given to Sanatana Goswami. How to inquire? Because even to inquire also, it requires Krishna's mercy. Now Guru is there. What to inquire? To inquire, what to inquire, that potency is also given by Krishna. So now let us see some of the verses which Sanatana Goswami says. Before inquiring, first thing he expresses his humility. What he has inquired is next, but before inquiring, he expresses his humility. Tabe Sanatana Prabhura Charani Dhariya Dhainya Vinati Kare Dante Trunaklana. Putting a straw in his mouth and bowing down, Sanatana Goswami claps the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and humbly spoke as follows. नीच जाति नीच संगी पतिता धमा कुविषय कूपे पड़ी गुनाइनु जनमा. Sanatana Goswami says, I was born in a low family. Now just see, he is born in a Brahmin family, but he says, I was born in a low family and my associate are all low class men. I myself am fallen and am the lowest of men. Indeed, I have passed my whole life fallen in the well of sinful materialism. And then Sanatana Goswami says, आपनार हिता हित किछुनि न जानी, ग्राम्य व्यवहारे पंडितताई सत्यमानी. I do not know what is beneficial for me. Similar here also. Yashreyasyatishtita bruhitanme. I don't know what is good for me. Apanara hita hita kichu na jani. I do not know what is beneficial for me and what is detrimental. Nonetheless, in ordinary dealings, people consider me a great scholar, a learned scholar, and I am also thinking of myself like as much. So people are thinking that I am a great scholar. Actually, I don't know what is good for me. I do not know what is beneficial for me. In this way, people are thinking that I am a great scholar. Further, Kripa kori yadi more kariya chodhara, apana kripate kah kratavya amara. Out of your causeless mercy, you have delivered me from the materialistic path. Now, by the same causeless mercy, please tell me what my duty is. How many go and ask to their guru this question? Generally, we'll go and ask something about our material life. But actually, what should be asked? What is my duty? How best I can serve you? Prabhupada is to ask a spiritual master, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, how best I can serve you. That is the only inquiry which Prabhupada is to always ask. How best I can serve you, O my spiritual master. So in this way, Kiyami kenamaya jare tapatraya iha nahi jani kemana hita haya. Who am I? Why do the threefold miseries always give me trouble? If I do not know this, how can I be benefited? So what is he asking? Who am I? Kiyami. Who am I? So actually, who am I? This question should be asked every day to oneself. What is my identification? It is said, I am not a Brahmin, I am not a Kshatriya, I am not a Vaishya, I am not a Shudra. Every day one should chant this. I am not a Brahmachari, I am not a Sannyasi. Neither I am a Grahastha, neither I am a Vanaprasthi. Then who am I? I am the servant of the servant of the servants of Krishna. That is what that the shloka should be told every day. Naham vipro nacha narapatir napi vaishyo na shudro naham varni nacha grahapatir na vanasto yatirva kintu prodyan nikhila paramananda purnamritabdher gopi bhartur padakamalayur dasa dasanudasa. So who am I? What is my identification? I am servant of the servants of Krishna. If you can note it down, it will be better. Naham vipro, try to chant this every day. Naham vipro, I am not a Brahmin. Sometimes we have this pride. Oh, I am born in a Brahminical family. But here the shloka says, Naham vipro, I am not a Brahmin. Naham vipro, nacha narapatir. Nacha narapatir. Narapatir here refers to neither I am a Kshatriya. Napi vaishyo na shudro. Neither I am a Vaishya, neither I am a Shudro. Naham vipro nacha narapatir napi vaishyo na shudro. Naham varni, neither I am a brahmachari. Nacha grahapatir, neither I am a grahastha. Na vanasto, neither I am a vanaprasthi. Na yatirva, nor I am a sannyasi. Kintu prodyan nikhila paramananda. Kintu prodyan nikhila paramananda. Purna amritabdher. Gopi bhartur. Padakamalayur. Dasa dasanu dasaha. So what is my identification? I am just a servant. But whose servant? I don't know who is Krishna. But I know the servants of Krishna. I can at least serve the servants of Krishna. So servants of the servants of the servants. Kulashekara Alvar writes 7 times servants. Here at least Dasa Dasanu Dasaha is there. So in this way, this is my identification. So who am I? He is saying, Kiyami. Who am I? Kene amaya jare tapatraya. Why am I suffering in this world? And you say, I am not suffering. I have a wonderful house. I have a wonderful family. My husband is so nice. My children are always listening to me. My house is so comfortable. But everybody is suffering. Somebody suffering may be less. Somebody suffering may be more. But a common cold is there for everybody. It catches everyone. And that is also suffering only, no? Somebody got a common cold and you see he thinks, oh, this is the greatest misery in my life. Even common cold is enough to make us understand this material world is a miserable place to stay. So it is said, Keme amaya jhare tapatraya. Why am I suffering here? And then, Iha nahi jani. If I do not know this, how can I be benefited? So, athato brahma jigyasa. This is the brahma jigyasa. Athato means at least now inquire. Inquire into this absolute truth, that this material world is a place of suffering only. Though we are all trying to be happy in this material world, it is only a hope to be happy. There is only a hope going on, having some hope. And in this way, hope to become happy, that is also suffering only. So if I do not know this, how can I be benefited? So in this way, Sanatana Goswami is placing his inquiry. And then he says, Sadhya sadhana tattva puchite na jani, kripa kari saba tattva kahata apani. So sadhya sadhana, sadhya means the goal of life, sadhana means the process. Tattva puchite na jani. I do not know how to inquire even this also. I am such a useless person, he says. I don't know how to inquire. People are thinking that I am very knowledgeable, but actually I do not know how to even inquire the goal of life. I do not know how to inquire the goal of life, and also I do not know how to inquire about the process for obtaining this goal. Just see the humility of Sanatana Goswami. Sanatana Goswami was a propounder of Bhagavatam. He was speaking Bhagavatam. But still, he expresses such a humility. Being merciful upon me, please explain all these truths to me. Kripa kori saba tattva kahata apani. So please give me the mercy. Please show her the mercy. Please show her the mercy even to make me inquire. I do not know how to inquire. So Shakti Sanchara given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Sanatana Goswami is the qualification to even inquire, the energy to inquire, the potency to inquire. So he says, I do not know how to inquire. So in this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives him the qualification and also the potency to inquire. So now please explain to me this truth. So from these verses we can see that even to inquire into the absolute truth requires mercy of Krishna. There is a process of inquiring and then you attain the knowledge. So even to inquire and attain the knowledge of Krishna, that requires the mercy of the spiritual master. And Sanatana Goswami is showing to all of us this complete humility and renunciation. If this nature is there, this type of surrenderance is there, then automatically Krishna bestows the potency to inquire and learn from the spiritual master. So Shishyaste ham shadhi mam tvam prapannam. So this is one of the example given in for the seventh verse of Bhagavad Gita. The example of Sanatana Goswami inquiring from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This comes in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, 20th chapter. Madhya Leela 20th chapter from 89th verse onwards, this section of how Sanatana Goswami goes and surrenders to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and begs for the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu even to inquire into the absolute truth. So here, Yashre Yasyat Nishchitam Bruhitanme, this inquiry is done provided he is completely surrendered to Krishna. So what is the surrenderance word which is given, that is Shishyasteham. He is completely surrendered. Prapannam is completely surrendered, and he wants to serve Krishna. Now 4th chapter 34th verse also speaks about the process of surrenderance. Tad vidhi pranipatena. Open 4th chapter 34th verse. Tad vidhi pranipatena परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदक्षन्ति ते ज्ञानम् ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदक्षन्ति ते ज्ञानम् ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः Tadvidhi pranipatena. Tad means about the absolute truth. Vidhi, tadvidhi. To know him, vidhi means to know or to try to understand the absolute truth. There is a process. And what is that process? Pranipatena. First approach the spiritual master. And how to approach him? With a complete submissive attitude. Sevaya. Complete submissive attitude. Sevaya. Want to serve the spiritual master, eagerness to serve. And then we have the qualification to inquire. And what is that word? Pariprashnena. So these 3 things are also here. That is approaching the spiritual master, inquiring, and serving him. If these 3 things are there in a verse, or these 3 factors prove that the verse is for the process of surrenderance. There is a process of surrenderance. How to approach? First is to approach, then you inquire, and you serve him. Approach with complete humility, have the eagerness to serve, and then have the qualification to inquire. Upadakshanti jnanam. Why to inquire? Why to approach the spiritual master? Because he is tattvadarshinaha. Jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. He has the knowledge about the absolute truth. He is self-realized. That is why one has to serve the spiritual master. And then we'll see in the 13th chapter, 8 to 12 verse, that is also for process of surrenderance. 13th chapter, 8 to 12. Amanitvam adambhitvam ahimsa shantirarjavam acharyopasanam shaucham स्थैर्यम् आत्मा विनिग्रह इंद्रियार्थेषु वैराग्यम् अनहंकार एव च जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि दुःख दोषानुदर्शनम् असक्तेरनभिष्वङ्गः उत्तदार गृहादिषु नित्यं च समचित्तत्वम् इष्टानिष्टोपपत्तिषु मयि चानन्ययोगेन भक्तिरव्यभिचारिणी विविक्तदेशसेवित्वम् अरतिर्जनसंसदि अध्यात्मज्ञानं नित्यत्वम् तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम् एतज्ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम् अज्ञानं यदतोऽन्यथा. So how to approach the spiritual master? What are the qualifications required? Amanitvam, complete humility. Amanitvam, adambitvam, pridelessness. Ahimsa, non-violence. Shantihi, tolerance. Arjavam, simplicity. And then you can approach the spiritual master. With these qualifications, approaching the spiritual master. The first, what is required for the process of surrenderance? What are the conditions required? First is approach the spiritual master. So what is the word given here? Acharyo pasanam. And then further qualifications are cleanliness, shaucham, steadfastness, that is thairyam, atma vinigraha, self-control, Indriyartheshu, in the matters of the senses, vairagyam, renunciation, anahankara, without false ego. Evacha janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha doshanu darshanam. Why are you approaching the spiritual master? Because he has seen the truth of this material world. This material world is conditioned by these four factors. What are the four conditions given? That is janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi. That is birth, old age, death and disease. Dukkha doshanu darshanam. In this way he knows this material world is full of only dukkhas. And then asaktihi, one should not have false attachment. Anavishwangaha, without false association. Putra dara grahadishu. This way no association with wife, home. And you say, what is this? Son's wife, home, should we give up everybody and go away? So here, if a wife is, it is said in Kulashekara Alvars, there is a verse. This material world is like a whirlpool. Already people are drowning. And in that, there are family members who are compared to alligators, shark and all. So then, listening to this verse, some may be upset, what is this? We are all alligators, a shark. So family members who are not supportive to Krishna consciousness, they are compared to alligators and sharks. But the family members who are supportive, don't go and tell them, you are shark, you are alligators. Don't go and tell them. Your presence here itself is the proof that they are supporting you in Krishna consciousness. Don't go and tell your husband, or don't go and tell your wife that you are a shark or an alligator. One who is against Krishna consciousness, one who is not supportive in the Krishna consciousness, one who is dragging a person in the material life, those people are compared. Now a person has stepped in Krishna consciousness, then the credit goes also to the family members also. They are also supportive. They are allowing you to study Bhagavad Gita. Though they may not be present, but they are allowing you to study Bhagavad Gita. But there are family members, they don't want a person to study Bhagavad Gita. They just want them to go to some films, some malls, and here and there just waste time. They are compared to, so that here false, so such type of attachment should be given up. Such type of association also should be given up. Nityam cha samachittatvam. In this way, ishtanishtopapatishu, desirable and undesirable, some things which happen to our desires, that is known as ishta. Something may not happen according to our desire, that is anishta. So at both the circumstances, being equal. And then Krishna says, ma cha ananya yogena. In this way, one has to serve Krishna with complete unalloyed devotional service. Ananya yogena. And bhaktir avyabhicharini. Avyabhicharini here refers to uninterrupted devotional service. Unmotivated, uninterrupted devotional service. Ananya yogena also refers to unmotivated devotional service. So unmotivated, there should not be any motives behind doing a devotional service. When a person is performing bhakti, there should not be any motives. Then that bhakti is known as pure devotional service. Unmotivated and undeviated. Today I will do some bhakti, tomorrow I will not do bhakti. Today I will go to Guru, tomorrow I will put him in anxiety. He will be just waiting for me. No, that is not bhakti. Bhakti means without any motives, without any interruption, one should perform devotional service. So sevaya, here this words refer to sevaya. So sevaya means how to serve him with complete humility, that is there, but how to serve him unmotivated and undeviated service. We should not put our spiritual master in anxiety. Today you are not speaking what I want, so I am not going to serve you. No, without any motives, without any interruption. And that is known as devotion. And then staying in a solitary place, vivikta desha sevitvam. What is the meaning of solitary place? Where there is a solitary place first. Even if you try to find a forest, even that forest is also occupied by so many people, isn't it? You cannot find any solitary place where there are forests also. Trees are also cut nowadays, where there is forest. So, what is the meaning of solitary place? Where there are no gossips, where there are no material talks, that is known as solitary place. Where there is only talk about Krishna. So Vivikta Desha Sevitvam means always aspiring. Asaktir Anabhishwang. Vivikta Desha Sevitvam Arati Jana Samsadi. Without having any attachment to the people in general, Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam Tattva Jnanartha Darshanam. So what is the inquiry a person should do? Adhyatma Jnana. What is my relationship to Lord? Tattva Jnana, Adhyatma Jnana. About oneself and about Lord. About one's relationship to Lord. That is the highest inquiry. Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam Tattva Jnanartha Darshanam. Etaj Jnanam iti proktam. Krishna says, beyond this there is no knowledge. Beyond this there is only ignorance. The only knowledge is what? What is the meaning of knowledge? Knowledge means to inquire about oneself, to know about oneself and one's relationship to Lord. So Adhyatma Jnana and Tattva Jnana, these are the only two knowledge. There is no knowledge beyond this. Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam Tattva Jnanartha Darshanam Etaj Jnanam iti proktam. Etaj Jnanam iti proktam. So beyond this there is nothing, and whatever there may be, it is only ignorance. So now what are the words for process of surrenderance? First is approaching the spiritual master. So what is the word here? Acharyo Pasanam. And then Adau Guru Padashraya Tad Saddharma Pruchha. So what is the inquiry a person should do? Adhyatma Jnana and Tattva Jnana. These two words are there. And Sevaya, how to serve him? Cha Ananya Yogena, unmotivated. Bhaktir Avyabhicharini, unmotivated and undeviated service. That is, these two words are for Sevaya. So Adau Guru Padashraya Saddharma Pruchha Guru Marganu Gamanam. So how to follow the spiritual master, how to serve him in these two modes, unmotivated and undeviated devotion service. So in this way, these are the shlokas for process of surrenderance. 2.7, 4.34 and 13th chapter 8 to 12. And Sanatan Goswami is approaching Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in complete humility, keeping the straw of grass in between the teeth, falling in complete dandavat. Dandavat means falling like a danda, and then expressing that I don't know anything. People are thinking that I am very intelligent, I am very knowledgeable, but actually I don't know even what to inquire. I don't know how to inquire about sadhya, the goal of life. I don't know how to inquire even the process to attain this sadhya, because goal has to be known. We are all running. Okay, where we are running? The morning people run. People go for jogging. You should ask, where are you going? So running throughout the day. Morning comes, then evening comes, and night comes, again morning, again evening, and then again night. In this way, the whole life we are just running. But what is the goal of our life? And how to attain this goal? That is the inquiry a person should do. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sanatana Goswami tells Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even to inquire this, oh Chaitanya, it requires your mercy. So in this way, this verse is for process of surrenderance. So next time we'll see more elaborately about how in the 8th verse Arjuna surrenders to Krishna with complete humility and renunciation. Okay? And what are the more elaborately about what are the qualifications for the surrenderance to spiritual master. Okay, Hare Krishna.